All right, we are here today to talk about some skin-like makeup products. And what I mean by skin-like is that they obviously do a great job of mimicking the appearance of your actual skin, your skin texture. They blend well, they sit nicely on the skin. I feel like this has been my area of expertise for several years now. Hey, Bug, what are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, Ollie crashed in on my session, but like I was saying, I feel like this has been my area of expertise for several years now. I feel like probably after I graduated college, I really started cutting back on the amount of makeup I was wearing. I was really conscious about the types of foundations I was buying. Used to, when I would see an ad and it said flawless, amazing coverage, I would go out and I would get that foundation immediately. But as I have gotten older, I realized that it may not necessarily be heavy, full-on coverage that is going to benefit my skin. So throughout the past 3, almost 4 years, I've really maintained a good collection of products that sit really nicely on the skin and I feel don't enhance like some others that might be out there on the market right now. So I'm going to talk about all the products I have in my collection that are really great skin-like contenders, from foundations, concealers, blushes. I even have lip products in here. So let's just go ahead and jump on into it. All right, so I want to start out with foundations, and I want to go from sheer to fullest coverage. I think there's a big misconception that to have skin-like foundation or skin-like makeup, your foundation has to be sheer or light coverage, but there are some really great options out there that offer medium to full coverage and still look really nice and healthy on your skin. So let's start out with the sheerest. This one's pretty controversial, but I have found that it looks beautiful on the skin, especially in the summertime, and it's the Glossier Skin Tint. I don't know why people get in an uproar about this product, because the name explains what it is. It simply gives your skin a tint. It doesn't offer coverage. It just makes your skin look like a better version of itself. I think the magic in this product is that it sits so well on the skin. It doesn't enhance the pores. It doesn't look cakey. You can wear it throughout the day, and if you find that it might be wearing off, you can go in and reapply it and it's not going to look janky. So I think the formulation on this product is an A++ for me. I don't find myself wearing it in the wintertime, like I haven't put it on any this winter, but in the summertime, when you want your freckles to show and you just might need a little bit of extra color, a little bit of extra glow on your face, this is a really great product. So I have to hand it to Glossier. I mean, I know they get a lot of crap for this product, but I think it's formulated really nicely, sits nicely on the skin. My only critique is that I do think they need to expand the shade selection on it. This is a really great drugstore option that I find myself wearing a lot in the summer and in the winter. It's the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Hydrating Skin Tint. So again, kind of a theme going on here. I didn't really realize that a lot of the products coming out nowadays, they don't even have BB cream or CC cream or tinted moisturizer in the name. It's a skin tint. This, however, does provide a little bit of coverage. I'd say it is a nice light coverage product. The reason I like it so well is, number one, it has this really interesting consistency, almost like a gel consistency, and I just find that that really flatters my skin type. I have about a normal skin type. I am starting to get more porous areas on my cheeks as I get older, but I just find that this is really comfortable, especially in the winter time, because it is a really hydrating product and it has that unique gel texture to it. So again, sits really well on the skin. If you like just a good lightweight coverage everyday product, this might be something that you'll want to look into. The next product a lot of you will know as my pride and joy. It is hands down one of my all-time favorite foundations, and it's MAC Face and Body. If I could recommend any of these face products to you, it would be this. It is a cult favorite in the artistry industry. It is versatile. You can layer it. It's reasonably priced. It's just one of the best foundations on the market. So if you are not familiar with this foundation, I do have a video showing you how to use it, because it is It's an interesting foundation. A lot of people, again, don't understand how to use it, and for that reason, sometimes it can be like pushed off to the side. I think now it's gaining a lot of hype in the beauty community. A lot more people are talking about it, but this is what I use on all of my clients. I have always had this in my kit. Ever since I started doing makeup for people, this is the foundation that I had, and it is just truly one of the most skin-like versatile foundations. And when I say versatile, it's because you can layer so many layers and it will never look cakey. It will never look just like a thick mask on the skin. And part of that reason is because a lot of this is water-based. So it's just something you have to try out for yourself. Believe me when I say it gives the most gorgeous skin-like appearance. I absolutely love using it. It's what I'm wearing right now. So face and body, definitely probably the #1 winner for me out of all of these products. So the last foundation is definitely going to be for those of you who feel like you need more coverage. Maybe you have some scarring or some acne going on, and it's the Makeup Forever Ultra HD. I have talked about this for years on my channel. It's the foundation I wore on my wedding day. I think it's just a great all-around multi-purpose foundation because you can wear it really sheer, or you can build it up to a nice medium full coverage. There are two different formulas. I have the stick formula here, and then there's also the liquid formula. I think they're both great. I'm a little partial to the stick formula, but if you are combination oily, the liquid does tend to work a little bit better. The stick formula is a little bit more dewy, but I think Makeup Forever did a great job formulating this. It gives coverage, but it does mimic really nice, healthy skin. It doesn't look like a mask on the skin, wears nicely throughout the day, and it looks great in photographs. So yeah, if you need something that has a little bit more coverage, definitely this is one I recommend all the time. Let's talk about concealer. Along with the Ultra HD foundation, the Ultra HD concealer is one of my all-time favorites. I remember being addicted to this last summer or last year, and I kind of put it away once. I feel like 2018 was the year of concealers. There were so many different concealer launches, so it kind of got shoved back in my little concealer drawer. I've been pulling it out again recently. I've also been using it on clients again recently, and I remembered why I love it. It looks so fresh and healthy. It is such a thin consistency, and it can be layered. I think it sits wonderfully on the skin. Again, it's going to give you a nice medium coverage. I wouldn't say that this is a super full coverage concealer, but somewhere in that medium range. So I think the consistency is the winner on this one, because thin concealers that just have a lot of pigment and offer a lot of coverage, they're always just really wonderful no matter what your skin type is. The next concealer is actually a stick concealer. I fell in love with this probably about 6 months ago, and I haven't put it down ever since. It's the bareMinerals Bare Pro Stick Concealer. So normally you would think of a stick concealer as being more drying or maybe thicker. I think the formula on this is beautiful. For a long time, I was wearing this as kind of like a foundation and concealer duo. I would just kind of put it underneath my eyes and anywhere I might have a blemish, and I would just wear that as my foundation for the day. And I can hands down say it looks so great by itself. Like, I wasn't even setting it with powder. I was just blending it in with my finger or a brush, and it would just look really nice and natural throughout the day. It never creased on me. It just seemed to blend into the skin really nicely. It has a velvety texture to it. It's not matte, but it's not a dewy concealer. So this actually to me is more of a fuller coverage concealer. So if you're looking for something that has a nice medium to full coverage, definitely check this out. Really portable, easy to use, and it just looks nice and skin-like on your face. I have one powder to talk about, and you know, if I have one product in a category, it has to be pretty damn good. This has been a product I have been using since I was 18 years old. I repeatedly go back to it. It is hands down the best powder ever, in my opinion. If I were to just have to pick one powder to use for the rest of my life, it would be this, and it's by bareMinerals. It's called their Hydrating Mineral Veil. Now, if you're combination or oily, don't let that scare you. It's not, I can't even describe how they make this product. It is mind-boggling because I remember using this for the first time and I put it on my face and it has this instant cooling effect to it. So it's almost like, I think I remember on QVC one time they described this as having micro burst capsules in it, to where when it touches your skin, it releases this just cooling moisture effect. I don't really know how true that is, but I do remember that is a way that they would describe it. But that's not the reason I love this. The reason I love this powder is because it truly looks like nothing on your skin. You can put 20 layers of this on and it's going to look like absolutely nothing on your face. The great thing about that is we always need to set, something that might be a little bit more dewy on the skin. If you don't want to just have wet foundation, which who does, but you don't necessarily want to mattify your face down, this is a wonderful powder to assist with that. It has just this genius formula that absolutely, when you just touch it, it dissolves into the skin, yet somehow it still manages to lock in makeup, and it just looks like nothing. It looks like absolutely nothing on your face. I go through these probably every 3 to 4 months, and I use mine like every single day, so they last me a good while. But I would definitely say if there's something that I'm a repeat offender on and that I run out of the most in my collection, it would definitely be this powder. So bareMinerals Hydrating Mineral Veil, definitely worth looking into. It's a dream powder. All right, let's get into some fun products. I want to talk about some blushes. I know you really wouldn't think of blushes being necessarily skin-like, but there are some really good blush formulas out there that just look healthy and natural, like you just have a flush from within. And I have two to talk about. My favorite formula, and you guys see me use this a lot in tutorials, is the NudeStix Intense Matte Lip and Cheek Pencil. So this is a multi-purpose pencil. It can be used on the lips and the cheeks. I love it as blush, and they do make another formula of this. I think it's just their natural lip and cheek pencil or their original lip and cheek pencil. Those are a little bit more dewy, whereas these are matte, and they have a great matte satiny finish, and I think that's the secret in these products. I think that's why they look so good on the cheeks. They're made in such a velvety way that when you apply them to your cheeks, they just stick really well. First of all, they stay on nicely, and secondly, they just look soft and almost have like this blurring effect. So I'm a huge fan of these. I have quite a few colors, and I find that I love traveling with them. Obviously, they are super tiny and you can use them for more than one thing. So yeah, if I could just pick one just really healthy looking blush product, this would be it. Glossier Cloud Paint is another favorite of mine. Totally different formula. This is a very liquidy cream formula. It actually squeezes out of a tube. I will say that these look amazing on the skin. They look healthy. They look skin-like. They don't accentuate pores. But you can't really wear these with a full face of makeup, in my opinion. If you are wearing something like the Makeup Forever Ultra HD that has more coverage, I find that the Glossier Cloud Paints actually might pull away some product from underneath. I just, when I wear these with a fuller face or a fuller foundation, I just find that they kind of remove whatever I have underneath. So I'm very careful to only wear these when I'm wearing super sheer makeup. So just keep that in mind. I don't think they do that for everyone. I just find that that's how they are on me. The color that I really love wearing, and I'm actually wearing right now, is called Beam. And it's just a nice coral color. But these are definitely just lovely formula. They come in really beautiful colors. Definitely a cult favorite in like the natural blush world. I have two highlighters to talk about. The first is something that's very unconventional and some people might not even consider to be a highlighter, but in my opinion, it is. It gives your face a glow. It gives your face this dewiness from within. And it's by Milk Makeup. It's called their Face Gloss. So this is exactly what the name says. It's a clear gloss, but it's made in such a way that it really complements your face, and it's made to be applied to the face. It's not like putting a clear lip gloss on your face, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And this just looks so wonderful if you have mature skin, if you have really accentuated pores, and you've always wanted to wear highlighter, but you felt like they always made your skin look worse. This is something to look into because it gives you that healthy, luminous look from within, but it doesn't accentuate. It doesn't have glitter in it. It doesn't have shimmer or iridescence to it. It's completely clear, but it gives you that glow from within. I actually love using this with my powder foundation because sometimes, you know, powder can be a little flat. So I'll go in with some of this and it just kind of livens up the face and highlights the areas that you put it in. So it's a really unique product. I think definitely worth checking out. Like I said, if you have never been a fan of just traditional highlighters. Charlotte Tilbury's Hollywood Flawless Filter. A lot of people are like, what is it? Is it a foundation? Is it a highlighter? Is it a skin tint? And it's kind of all of those things in one. The best way I can describe it is it's just a very luminous liquid that has some, I would say coverage to it, but it has color to it. So it does have a bit of a tint to it. It comes in different shades. I have shade 3, which is light medium. I could probably go down to shade 2, but this is something that I love wearing on top of products. I love wearing it on top of foundations. I love wearing it on top of powders. And again, it's just one of those products that has a wonderful liquidy formula that it just melts into the skin and it looks really fresh and glowy and healthy. There is some type of iridescence in this. It's not necessarily a shimmer. I wouldn't say that it's shimmery or glittery, but I am wearing it right now and it just provides this really lovely glow and sheen to the skin. You get a ton of product in here. Like, this is gonna last me forever. It is a pricier product, but I literally take the wand out and I just put some on the back of my hand, take my fingers or a beauty blender, and I just press it all over my face where I want it, and that's all I use. So I definitely think you get a lot of product in here for the amount of money that it is, and also for what you're probably going to use it for. So yeah, I love this product. I think it looks beautiful. I think it's luminous and complements a lot of different skin tones. I like the fact that it does have a tint to it because something about that just makes it a little bit more cohesive with your actual skin tone. All right, guys, so those are my skin-like makeup picks. Let me know what your favorite skin-like products are, if it's something that just sits really well on the skin, if it's something that makes you look like a better version of yourself. I'm always on the hunt for makeup that really doesn't look like makeup. So would love to know your suggestions. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions about the products, feel free to leave them down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.